Hello, my name is Bezard. I'm an instructor here at the Galloup School of Luthery, and I am a professional luthier. And today I'm going to be making a couple of fretboards and bringing you along with me to see how I do it. I'm using a previous fretboard as a template, and I am improvising something new. These main sections will be this really tightly figured maple, and they'll be bordered by white polystyrene plastic, and then these parts that I'm selecting will be that red resin that we had earlier, and it'll be bordered by a black polystyrene to give it some contrast. This next fretboard has a design where the resin pieces are bound in brass. So to cut this, I have scuffed up the bottom of this really big piece of brass, and then I epoxied it to this masonite so that I can cut these very, very small pieces and cut all the way through. And later I'm going to remove them by heating them with a soldering iron. And this is actually an idea that I got from my friend Tyler Robbins, and I'm really excited because the alternatives that I've used before, cutting out small metal pieces like this, I find to be irritating. So this seems to be, the least hassle involved in cutting a small brass binding piece for my fretboard. this is about process, order of operations. I do the radius first, and the radius is oversized. And then I cut the pockets for the inlay before cutting the profile, because if I was to cut the profile first, we would have blowouts on the edges, and I would have to fix that, or it would just generally look very bad. So again, that's radius, inlay pockets, profile, and now we're doing the fret slots. Then, once all that's over, I can install my inlay and go back and have the CNC machine cut the final radius to its actual dimension and the profile of the fretboard as well, because what we just saw, that fretboard was also oversized. So for the inlay pieces, they don't come off the machine completely, totally perfect. They're very small, and even though I don't cut all the way through the piece that they are cut from, there's some amount of cleaning up that I have to do, and then I'm running the PVC plastic over some sandpaper to scuff it up to help it stick. Then I laminate the bottom of the piece with a piece of plastic, and I flush it up. I use a chisel to do that to get it really, really close. And then we laminate the sides of it when it is glued into the slot, which can be very tricky to get everything to line up. But if done properly, we have a pretty seamless look joint and a nice border around our piece. Whenever I take on a commission build, I'll often have a second and sometimes even a third instrument moving through the shop alongside of it. Those builds are a little different because there isn't a client attached to them. They're my opportunity to follow my own intuition, chase an idea, or make whatever I feel inspired to make. In a way, they're guitars I make for myself, even though I know they'll eventually belong to someone else. I only produce a small number of instruments each year, so once one of these builds is finished, it becomes available, and that availability tends to be pretty brief. So after installing the first inlay, I'm going to cut that same oversized radius again, right? So these inlay markers are a Michael Bashkin style sort of thing, but it's like my riff on it. And so I'm cutting a normal one and then putting another piece inside of it to get this double look going on. So we have white plastic, maple, and then black plastic, and then that red resin that I made. At the end of the day, making these guitars is about being creative and having a good time.